I'm going to show you how we helped Joshua book 9 sales calls, sign 4 new clients, and gain 600 high quality followers in 3 weeks for his fitness coaching business without being on the content hamster wheel.
The community funnel has transformed my business in terms of lead flow, in terms of being able to actually strike new conversations with people on a regular basis that actually are interested in my services.
And within the first 7 days, Joshua had 2 signups and had booked 5 sales calls. Then the following week, he had 4 sales calls booked and had confirmed 4 new sales for his fitness coaching business. And he mentioned that the followers kept going up, which you can see right here. And within those 21 days, Joshua had only posted 4 times to his feed. As you can see here, 2,041 posts, 2,045 posts. And he had accumulated 600 high quality followers. So how did Joshua get these results and is continuing to grow his fitness coaching business? He uses what we call the community funnel. And a community funnel is where you run ads on Instagram to build your personal brand with high quality followers, where your ideal clients come to you. You nurture them through your short form and long form content, which provides value and builds trust, where you'll begin conversations with each new follower in the DMs to book sales calls. So essentially what we do is we help Joshua run ads on Instagram where we attract his ideal clients. They go to him instead of him having to post countless pieces of content every single day, hoping that the Instagram algorithm is going to favorite him. Because we all know that doesn't happen. And you might have the best strategy, you might be posting the best content, but you're in the hands of an algorithm. And what we do is put all the right pieces in place so that Joshua's ideal client goes to him. So in order to get these results, we break this down into 4 key steps. The first one is specific content messaging. So with Joshua, first we stripped everything back and we actually focused on the skills that he has, from his coaching, program building, nutritional guidance, and his public speaking, as Joshua is also an actor and has performed in the West End. Once we knew the skills Joshua has, we then worked on what audience Joshua could best serve with those skills, who had the money so his business could be profitable and sustainable, but also an audience he loves to work with. Once we found this, we then figured out Joshua's main thing and small things he will talk about in his content. And you can watch my YouTube video where I break down more specifically content messaging right here if you click the link, as you can download this document in the description below, or you can click the right hand side right now where you can pause this video, watch this one, and then come back to this once you've watched it. So the main thing you talk about is what you do for your ideal client. For example, you help them drop 10 pounds in 90 days. With the small things you talk about as well, being around your values, what you're passionate about, and your audience's pain points. So you can come across as being genuine, authentic, and not trying to be someone you are not. And that makes you a niche of one and someone your audience can relate to and trust. As we've seen so many people on social media that we try to be like, and I think that's great. I myself do this. You see people posting content that you get inspired by, you see works for them. But the problem is you don't want to be them. They found what works for them. Now you need to find something that works for you that you can sustain and continue doing. Because there's so many fitness coaches online. There's so many people who do what I do, marketing gurus. But because the way I present myself, how I show up each day, the things I talk about, my personal experiences, that makes me a niche of one. No one can be me, and that goes for you too. And then in Joshua's content, we would make sure he sells his audience on what they want, and then we give them what they need. And most people talk about the opposite, what they think their audience needs, not what their audience wants. So what I mean by this is you want to paint the picture of how great life's going to be once your ideal client has lost the weight, gained the muscle. Instead of talking about how difficult it's going to be to lose the weight, how long it's going to take, and how hard it's going to be, because you're never going to sell any fitness programs. And if you already know your ideal client, they're in a rut. They're struggling with discipline. They don't have the right habits. So by you telling them how hard it is to work out and lose fat, they're not getting started. But if you keep telling them how differently their partner's going to look at them once they've lost the weight, or how they'll finally have the energy to play with their kids so they don't have that fear of missing out and creating lifelong memories with them. By you painting that picture, by you reinforcing this in your content, dialing in your messaging, you're gonna see a lot more conversions through your content, even if you have low engagement right now. I say this to a lot of coaches that I speak to. I'd rather get 500 views on all my videos moving forwards, but it be my ideal clients, than get 10,000, 20,000 views on my videos. So you want to make sure you sell your audience on what they want, and then you give them what they need, which is the nutrition plans, the workout plans, what they're going to do in their training sessions, all of the technical stuff. And then once we figured that out with Joshua, we went on to creating his ad creatives and running his ads on Instagram. So essentially the ads we run on Instagram are boosting posts. That's it. Nothing crazy. Nothing too complicated, where we create custom lookalike audiences through Meta Business Suite so that we can train the Pexel on who our target audience is, so that we can attract our quality followers. The reason why we do this is normally if you boost a post on Instagram, it goes to 1% of your audience. And if a lot of your audience right now maybe isn't your target following, then you'll be wasting money because it's gonna get shown to the wrong people. And it's important to know that ads amplify what is already working. So before we ran any ads for Joshua, we used our framework to structure his ad creatives. We then posted them as regular feed posts and waited around 3 to 5 days to see which ones performed the best. And this is because if it's already working well organically and it's attracting your ideal audience, even if you don't have a great engagement, then you're more than likely going to see results when you come to boost that as an ad, because you want to minimize the risk of wasting money. And over time, you're going to test and you're going to see better results. And from doing this, you're going to see what ads work the best for you, what brings in more clients, what brings in more money to the business, and you're going to improve over time. But another thing you want to focus on too is don't switch your ads back and forth every couple of weeks or every month or so. When you boost a post and you run it as an ad, you need to leave it for a minimum of 2 months, because the Pexel is just gathering data on who your target audience is from the information that you've given it. And it needs time to find that audience. It can happen fast, it can happen slowly. And it will happen faster with the more ad spend that you use. Joshua, we use anywhere from £300 to £500 a month. So the aim of these ads is to attract your ideal clients, to encourage them to follow you, to check out your page where you explain the topic you're speaking about in your ad in more detail. And this helps you build an audience of your ideal clients, quality followers that over time you can eventually sell to. So then after the 3 to 5 days had passed, we saw which videos were performing the best for Joshua. So we had proof there that these were working, attracting his ideal client. We could see that his engagement was up, we could see that his ideal clients were liking it. So we decided to run it as an ad. And now 3 weeks later, Joshua is seeing incredible results for his fitness coaching business and is just getting started. So here's a video that Joshua posted of his ad.
Black people that are obese than white people. It's because they have a slow metabolism. That's what most people think, but I'm here to tell you that's completely wrong. My client Lauren was overweight. She tried all the weight loss hacks, keto, lots of cardio, meal prepping, cutting out sugar, you name it. But in just 10 weeks of working with me, she lost 17 pounds. The only way to lose weight is to eat less than you burn. Now, yes, your metabolism has a big factor when it comes to how many calories you burn when resting. But if you eat less than your current calorie maintenance, you will lose weight no matter what. Still don't believe me? Here's a before and after of another client, Kalai. Kalai lost 20 pounds in just 3 months. But at the beginning, he made sure to explain to me how slow his metabolism was. But after we got him onto the right flexible nutrition plan, eating below his calorie maintenance, he looks better than ever, he has more energy, and his strength has gone through the roof. If you want results just like Kalai and Lauren, shoot me a follow, go through my content, and I'll show you how I do exactly that. Go on, do it.
And this ad creative is perfect. A very strong hook where he speaks to his ideal clients. And straight away he provides social proof where he backs up his bold statement showing that he's an authority, that he knows how to get results for his clients, and those being great results. He touches on many of his clients' pain points throughout this video. And Joshua's doing a great job of pulling the weeds out, which is another way of just filtering the people that aren't his ideal clients. So the ones that get to the end of this video are the ones that are Joshua's ideal clients. And with his strong call to action, which was asking them to check out his page, to drop him a follow, they're going to do so, which is why he's now gained 600 followers and quality followers within the last 3 weeks. And as he continues to gain more followers, to close more deals, he could put more money into ads. And because he has proof of concept already, instead of Joshua putting £10 into ads a day, he then puts 40, 50, 60 pounds into ads each day. He's going to get insane results, and his fitness coaching business is just going to skyrocket. And that's the goal that we have, is to keep taking the profits, putting it back into running the ads and scaling his fitness coaching business. But I want to share with you what Joshua has to say about using the community funnel in his fitness coaching business.
The community funnel has transformed my business in terms of lead flow, in terms of being able to actually strike new conversations with people on a regular basis that actually are interested in my services. Yeah, the results have happened quite quickly within a short space of time, but you can absolutely see the strategy and how that can sustain itself in the months to come, which is really exciting. We've been doing it for about a month. I've gained over, I think it's up to about 600, 700 followers now. And we're rolling into month 2 with regards to that. The amount of people that have come in as new followers, we've actually managed to communicate with them on a regular basis with my appointment setter, helping me alongside with that. And we've been able to book appointments up to 5 to 6 calls per week on average per week ever since then. So it's been an absolute transformative experience with regards to making sure that I have my content ready, but then putting it through the community funnel, implementing that strategy to be able to then reap the rewards of putting out your content rather than just relying on your organic reach at the same time. So it's really helpful.
It's genuinely been a pleasure working alongside Joshua and seeing the results that he's getting. And I can't wait for the upcoming months and years to see where he's going to be. And this moves on to step 3, which is posting on Instagram and YouTube, your short and long form content. By using the community funnel, we are creating a nurturing cycle. And this is where you begin to build trust with your new followers that we've gained from ads and your current followers on your page. So with this diagram, you can see we have Instagram and we have YouTube. So the people that find you and discover you on Instagram, from you promoting your YouTube videos on there, your warm leads are going to check out your YouTube channel. And they're going to be nurtured more and warmed up quicker by your longer form YouTube content, where you can go into detail, into depth about different topics. Or those that discover you from YouTube can see that you talk about your Instagram in your content, or you share links in the description to your Instagram page, where they then go to your Instagram and they can see more of your day-to-day life, posting on your stories and constant client wins. And then together, using your ads, your Instagram and YouTube, you're creating this fortress of a nurturing cycle that's actually going to warm up your ideal clients a lot quicker, and then lead generation is never going to be an issue for you. But one thing to remember is just posting short form content on Instagram isn't enough to build that deep connection with your audience and position you as an authority in the industry. And I'm not saying that posting content on Instagram doesn't work, because it's helped me grow my business and help many other fitness coaches as well. But the problem with Instagram is your content doesn't always get shown to your followers. It shares it to a small pool of them. So in order to build a cult-like following with an audience ready to sign up to your program, I believe that you need to include long-form content. And like I mentioned just a minute ago, this is because you're able to talk about topics in more detail at length, like I'm doing in this video right now. You can explain things better, share your personal stories, show more of your personality, and this makes people trust you more and see you as an expert. You might watch my Instagram content now and you feel like you can relate to me. You like my energy, you see the results that we get clients. But now you're watching this longer form video, you can see my personality, how I explain things in more detail, how I speak, maybe what I'm wearing, and you're able to connect with that. Also my personal stories that I also speak about that you could relate to as well, because maybe you have experienced something similar. And you're only able to see this through longer form content, like you would listening to podcasts. And again, this helps you nurture your audience faster. By posting content on both platforms, it encourages your followers who came across you on Instagram to watch your longer form content on YouTube, and your subscribers who found you on YouTube to check out your shorter form content on Instagram. So what you need to remember is you're playing the long-term game, creating this nurturing cycle and actually building a personal brand and an audience. Joshua's only been running these ads for 3 weeks, and I believe posting on YouTube now for just over a month. So just imagine the compound effect this is going to have in the next 3 years for his fitness coaching business. It's genuinely mind-blowing. And then finally, once you're getting all these new followers, you need to start conversations, and you do that through an appointment setter in your DMs. So Joshua already had an appointment setter in his business, but what we've done is we helped him with some of the systems and strategies in place to help make sure that his appointment setter was reaching KPIs, and Joshua had scripts that were able to guide a conversation and then book people in on sales calls. So the important thing here is every time a new follower follows you from your ads is you immediately reach out to them into the DMs. You thank them for following you, seeing if they're on a fitness journey right now, being genuine, providing value, not trying to come off too salesy. And some people are going to be ready to buy from you now. They like your content, or some people aren't yet, and they just need a little bit more warming up, which you're going to do from the short form content and the long form content, which is exactly what I mean by you're building an audience to sell to over time. But like I always do on this channel, I'm never gatekeeping. I want to provide you value that other people are selling in courses for hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. So what I've done here is I've actually created you a document with all our DM scripts that you can use. So again, this document's in the description below and you can download this sheet. So make sure you make a copy. And in this DM script, we have everything from cold leads, the warm leads with new followers, warm leads that are already people that are engaging with your content, have been following you for a little while, hot leads, inbound leads from your ads, which is one of the main ones you'll be using if you are running ads on Instagram, and then objection handling when people want to know how much it is to work with you. And what's great here is you also have follow-up messages for people that didn't book in a call and so on. And even if you just click on these, they are bookmarked. So it will come down and it will show you exactly how the conversation can flow. So sometimes the conversations you have will be different from these scripts. So just use this as a broad guide, not word for word. But what I wanted to do here is actually show how a conversation will flow from what the appointment setter, yourself, your appointment setter will say, from what the prospect may reply with. And you can go ahead and you can use all of these. And finally too, if you want to hire an appointment setter, we hire a lot of our team members and our appointment setters from onlinejobs.ph, which are appointment setters over in the Philippines. So if you're a fitness coach right now who's stuck around the 8 to 10K a month mark and you want to try and get to 20 to 30K a month, I guarantee you if you implement these 4 key steps, you'll begin to see results within your fitness coaching business and sign on new clients. And right now we have spots opening up inside my one-to-one consulting program where myself will work with you directly, creating your offer, dialing in your messaging, and creating you an action plan that is going to help you grow your business. And if that sounds of interest to you, follow me on Instagram at Scott Norgate with 2 R's, send me a DM, and we'll begin on how you can grow your fitness coaching business and impact more lives through fitness. And like always, if you're new to this channel, subscribe down below because every single week I'm producing content that people sell in courses for free to help you grow your fitness coaching business.